scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Hi, I was not talking, I was being quiet. Do you want to go into Discord voice chat and then we can talk while I fly out? I guess we will have 2 hours together or something. Okay, let's go into my Discord. I think you don't have one, right? So we can just use mine. After this fuel scoop, I will change to the Discord.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, you're coming through loud and clear.
Yes, I have a good mic.
Good. I just have the one on a Logitech headset.
Yeah, I used to use one of those too. Since I do some recording and streaming and stuff, I decided to upgrade a few years back.
Ah, nice. So you've been streaming like sporadically for a few years, or?
And now just making videos mostly.
Okay.
Few streams here and there. Mostly videos. A couple thousand subs and so forth.
And what kind of videos do you make?
Just gameplay.
Yeah, okay.
Simulation games mainly.
So where you explain what you're doing, or where you're role-playing, or?
No, not really explaining, just playing the game and commentating on that.
Yeah, okay.
The most basic style of gameplay videos on YouTube.
Okay, okay.
I don't know why people watch it. You used to have like only a couple subscribers, but then I went to the army. Only did like 20 videos during that year, and my subscribers shot up from like 100 to over 1,000, I think, 1,500, something along.
YouTube subscribers.
Yep.
Oh, very nice.
I'm fairly inactive in there.
Yeah, but there it can also stay as an archive, like a box full of memories.
Yeah. Yeah, people still watch the videos and I guess enjoy them too.
Yeah, I have for some years ago where I went to some car races and I filmed a little bit from the pits as cars were coming in and stuff, and people are still watching those videos too, even though they are almost 10 years old now.
I know, I did watch those videos.
You saw mine?
Yes.
Very nice, thank you.
Yeah, because I drove the Nordschleife a couple summers back and stumbled upon your videos.
Yeah.
Researching the crashes and all that.
Yeah.
Making sure what not to do while there.
But did you see my videos before you knew me, or no? After we met in Toko's stream, right?
I'm not exactly sure. I might have didn't remember your name, but the videos did look familiar.
Okay, oh, that's funny.
So I might have.
Yeah, I have one video. Let me see. I have one that has like almost 10,000 views.
So it's quite possible because I did watch a lot of them.
I have. Let's see. Now it's being a little bit. It's still sorting them.
Frameshift drive charging.
And you can see my daughter singing from many years ago. I have a lot of random crap on my channel, like from vacations and stuff.
Yeah, probably scroll through the titles and such. didn't really watch any of the random crap.
Yeah. And I've made now, since I'm beginning to stream a little bit, I've made a second channel that is my commander name, and then I'm uploading the streams to there.
Yeah, I see you have 4 videos in there, and 1 subscriber since 2 seconds ago.
Ah, thank you. Let's start the ball rolling for world domination.
Yeah.
Are you tired after work?
No, not really. I work for fun and to keep a roof over my head, so
Yeah.
it's not really that tiring.
Okay.
I like it.
That's good. That's good.
It's not like the American system where you can just exploit the drivers, not pay them peanuts and expecting them to drive like 28 hours,
Yeah,
28
yeah.
hours every day.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not
that's good.
impossible.
It seems like you have good conditions.
Yeah, it's really good. It could be better, but
Yeah. I mean,
I shouldn't be complaining.
no, and that's nice because then work is not something super bad, and it's not something that is stressing you in life. Yeah, it's good to have it that way. I don't really know if this build works, the protector build, but let's see. I have all the hardpoints with pulse lasers. I have enough power to run them. And
Yeah, I'm
now I
hoping
have a
we
power...
don't have to test that.
No, I hope so. And I have a power distributor, that means I can boost. Normally I had a power plant and power distributor so small that I couldn't boost, because I didn't need that for exploration.
Yeah.
But since now that I am the protector, then I think I need to be able to boost.
Let me get my time sync mark here. Yeah, that's the one.
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, I started my screen recording and got the button press on the audio track, so I can sync them easily.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have one video from 8 years ago from that pits with an Lexus LFA race car stopping at a pit stop right in front of me. I'm standing in the pits during the race, and it comes in for a pit stop, and I'm standing right there, and then it has 4,500 views.
And you're probably screaming like a little schoolgirl.
No, I've tried to stay quiet because the noises are so nice. But it was really like you can go into the pit during the race, but of course if you're in the way of the crew, then they tell you to get the fuck out.
Yeah, you'd expect that.
Yeah, so I was just trying to stand like next to a pillar, not take up any space, and kind of predict where were they going to go next, where would they need to go if a car came, and then just be out of that way.
Climb up the pillar.
Yeah, exactly.
Stay up there and look at the view.
Oh, and wow, my video of my car with an exhaust, where I'm just starting it, has 1,800 views.
That's one interesting exhaust.
I mean, it has a aftermarket exhaust, so I guess sometimes people search for it, and then they find one of them as one of the few videos is probably mine.
Okay.
But since we're streaming, do you have any good stories from your exploration? Have you seen
the two
interesting
that I
things?
exploded mid-exploration.
No, there are other stories as well.
No, not really. Nothing happens when exploring, well, other than two Earth-like birds orbiting each other, undiscovered, of course.
Or you jump into a system where there are 5 stars right next to each other when you jump in, or?
No, actually, like 3 is the most I've ever discovered.
Okay, I've seen one
Two
where there are 2 double stars quite close to each other, so you can see 4 quite easily, quite close to each other, and it's scary as hell to jump in.
Yeah, I can't remember any of those, but 3 stars is well enough.
Yeah.
Plenty to scoop fuel from.
Yes, and to fry eggs in the cockpit.
Yeah. Frying my balls up there. Because flying inside between 2 stars and scooping from two stars at the same time does tend to heat up the ship.
Yeah.
Even my build, which never heats up.
But hopefully you have a fuel scooper. You don't need 2 stars to be scooping fast.
Yeah, I do have one of those. Though not the biggest one I could fit, which was a mistake. I took the 5A instead of the 6 anything.
You can fit a 6A on a Asp.
Yes,
Oh
6
wow!
is the biggest module slot. And I did fit a fuel tank on there. It's a 6, what is it? C.
Yeah,
Anyway, 64 tons of fuel, extra fuel. And that's how I was able to go that far out in the void.
yeah. Because the extra fuel, do you use it normally when you jump, so you don't have to scoop so often, or is it only kind of for the long super cruise at the end?
Well, I do use it sometimes, but usually I run it pretty low, because the more you fuel have in the tank, the more it consumes per jump. I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to
Because
scoop
you are
more often.
heavier. It's heavy to carry the fuel.
Indeed.
I think I'm about halfway. Yeah, we just crossed under 500 light years,
Frameshift drive charging.
so it's going quite well.
I've got 1001 light years to solve.
Ah, beautiful. You need to find the system a little bit closer. Like you need to go a bit to the side or something. So this trip, when did you start it? Not like that you wanted to make the record, but since you was in a station last time.
I was in a station planning or setting up for the trip, or the time I set up last time I died. The last time I died was not too long ago.
Yeah, when was this? A month ago or 3 weeks or something?
I think it was about a month and a few weeks or something like that.
Yeah, because it was a few days after the where I saw you make the record, and then you uploaded the video
Yeah.
to YouTube.
Frameshift
Yeah.
drive charging.
Let me check that. YouTube shows you that 1 month ago, but let me check the date. It was, yeah, pretty much exactly 1 month ago.
Okay. There, and that was when you made the record, right?
Yeah, 7th of June was the record, and a couple of days after that, obviously, was the
Yeah.
time of my massive explosion.
You don't have that recorded, right?
I do have it recorded.
You do?
Yes.
Oh.
You'll have to watch it. Gonna bring up some bad luck, most likely.
Feel free to put a link in the chat.
It's not uploaded anywhere.
Ah, okay.
I will put it in the.
So you can
final-
just put a link to your C drive, and then
Google-
everybody will access.
Google Chrome, and why isn't so showing? It should be showing, right?
Yeah. It's using a lot of memory, yeah, because 20 people are watching your giant video at the same time.
That's why I have 32 gigs.
Yeah, yeah. But listen, since my stream is picking up an exploration friend, tell us about your exploration career.
Yeah, well, exploration is pretty much my all of my career in Elite.
Hmm.
I started to use Save, recorded a few videos in Finnish, but prepping up and getting started in Elite, and well, I wanted to get to exploring, so I did a bit of research to exploration ships and build some loadouts and such, and got some money and bought myself an Asp Explorer.
Okay, so you did whatever it took to get an ASP, and then you could start.
Yeah, and then I needed some sort of a goal, and I saw people going to the center of the galaxy, and all I thought is, meh, that's probably explored like 1,000 times, which it is.
Yeah, well,
so-
but there's also so many stars that there's a lot of unexplored.
Yeah, but people have been there. I can see what the galaxy looks like
Yeah,
in the middle.
yeah, true.
So I can see what the galaxy looks like around the edges, because it looks the same no matter where you look at it from. But I decided to circumnavigate the galaxy,
Hmm.
and so I did. about 3/5 of the way through, I died the first time doing some stupid planetary landing without checking the temperature of the planet. So it took some
So the
pretty screenshots
temperature of the planet was causing you to overheat?
Apparently yes. I thought it was a bug at first, but then I checked the log files and it showed me overheating. And when I revisited the planet where I exploded, it was like, how many Kelvin? It was like 800 or 900 something.
Okay, yeah.
And it was really close to the sun. Like, the sun looked massive on the sky.
Okay, so it was really close and maybe a hot sun as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. It was like between 10 and 30 light seconds.
And this was how many years ago?
Half a year ago, maybe.
Half a year.
Half a year ago.
So you
Yeah.
only started playing Elite like around half a year ago, or a bit more?
No, like a year ago.
Okay.
I think I played around a month or 2 months before setting up for the first time.
But then we found the reason for all your explosions. You're a noob.
Yes, I knew.
I'm just
And I
kidding.
exploded plenty of times before, doing other things, but never from overheating on a planet.
Yeah.
So I learned that the hard way.
Science is failing in new ways, right?
Exactly. I'm far from home.
Yeah.
So I had plenty of time to think what not to do
Yeah.
Frameshift drive
when I got back up. But it was nice catching up because I had bookmarked all the Earthlights I found along the way.
Yeah, and that's the good thing because you don't lose the bookmarks. When I went exploring first, going to Beagle, there were no bookmarks, and so I could only write down system names on a piece of paper or in a file.
That would have been a lot of work.
Yeah, exactly. And so instead I took a few screenshots, and some of them with the system name in, and some were just that the planet looked interesting or something like that.
Yeah.
So you did
I-
3/5 of circumnavigation in an ASP.
Yes.
And
And then
then-
I died.
Yeah.
Took a couple months off, like lost motivation altogether. I think that's the end of the world.
Okay, so no elite at all.
No lead at all. Probably started up the game to check if I had some spark left in me. And
Yeah.
decided, nope. Went
Okay.
back to doing other things.
frameshift
Usually playing Euro Truck Sim.
That's the same thing.
It's the same thing, but I don't do even that because that's basically my job.
Yeah, I was thinking like, so you do exploration in Elite, Euro Truck Sim, and you drive a truck for work. It's like I think you have found in life what you enjoy, and you can do it 24/7.
That's an accurate description.
Very good.
But yeah, after the couple of months I took off again, didn't look back once, and got not even that far. Oh, I didn't unidentified signal source. What is that?
You're finding a signal source right now?
Yeah, degraded emissions. That's 0. Should I drop in?
There will just be a few materials that you can pick up even if you don't have cargo. So there's nothing dangerous in there. You can go in.
Oh, I'm going in. Haven't seen anything like this in over a year, so.
By the
I'm
way, to
excited.
the world watching this is high risk behavior from an explorer. Eh? Oh,
Yeah,
and
that's
we
what I
have,
do. That's how I explode.
Moti has joined my chat. Welcome, Moti. I don't know if you're lurking or if you want to say hi. Okay, so you took some months off.
Yep. And set up again following the route I had bookmarked. So I did leave off some spikes to the very edge of the galaxy where I didn't find anything.
Yeah.
Along that way I found even more Earthlights, which I also bookmarked for the third time I was trying to get there. So didn't get even that far. I got last time. Oh, it's a cutter. Exploded.
Oh,
No green smoke or anything.
green smoke.
No-
I think
no
it's not
green smoke.
dangerous, but could you take a few screenshots of the system and stuff?
I mean, there's no green smoke or anything. Just charred cutter sparks floating in space.
Okay, so there's definitely no Thargoid signs.
No target signs. And there's one canister small survey data cache. Let me see that.
Do you have any cargo space?
No.
Okay. If you want to hang around there, then I can pick it up. I have
Don't think I
some
think
cargo
I need
space.
it. I'll just boop it.
Don't break it. It's somebody's black box, no? With their recording to the family that now everything is going shit.
And I booped it. Okay, I didn't. Still looking at it. It's pretty large actually.
Ah,
Okay, now I booped it accidentally.
I guess it can weigh up to 1 ton
Yeah.
using Earth gravity, I guess, because in space it doesn't weigh anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm basically flying a. What's that bread they serve in churches?
The oblat.
Like, yeah, that like really brittle.
Ah,
And I
yeah.
have a soap bubble for a shield, so
I think you're what is called a loot pinata. Maybe
I
not
don't
with
have
much loot,
anything.
but you have exploration data, so you're a data pinata.
Yeah. Just gonna release ones and zeros
Uh,
in random order. Of course.
I'm just 3 jumps out, so maybe we should wing up
Okay.
so I can find you easily,
Yeah, how do we do that?
and then we can. Elite can get a few minutes to synchronize instances and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I got it. There we go.
Very nice. Then you can see on your screen if I overheat and explode right before coming to you.
Nice.
Are you recording as well?
Yep.
Okay. Ah yeah, you did the key
Screen
press. Are you at 100% hull? Do you need any repairs or anything like
Yes,
that?
I'm 100%.
Okay.
I made it back to beta site with 95% hull.
Ah, very
I
good.
think it's okay.
And do you have any module damage or?
2% on my frame shift driver.
Okay.
I have a maintenance unit.
You have one?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't
I've
remember
been
if I have
neutron
one.
boosting all the way around.
Okay. You're yes, you're becoming more and more bold as you get experienced.
Yeah, I never did not do that. Nor have I ever
Little
crashed
boy,
doing that.
when I was exploring, there was no neutron boost, there was no engineering, there was no FSD injection.
Don't be the old times.
The old time, every jump was uphill and no shoes on.
Yeah, pinecone cows and
Yeah, exactly, and full of snow.
telephone has had lines.
Yeah, exactly. And you had to call a lady and tell that you wanted to call your neighbor.
Yeah.
So let me just check, do I have an AFMU? No, I don't think so.
Frameshift drive charging.
But I think I'm jumping into the system before you. I'm in the same sector, Vregoe, but I'm in the Vregoe OO that I'm jumping into.
Okay. And I'm about 37,000 light years away from the main star, so might be better if I jump to you.
Yeah, yeah, that could be, yeah. It'll save a bit of time.
Save about 15 minutes or something.
37, does that take so long?
Nah. Okay. But there I'm jumping.
And then
11
maybe
light
in
years.
this system that I'm approaching now, I'm gonna get the first discovery instead of you, because I jumped in 5 minutes before. Ah no, it's when we hand in the data.
I think I still have a bit more data than you do, so
Yeah, of
it's
course.
okay.
It's okay, you can give me a few systems. And now I'm about to jump into your system, the Rego IBX.
Okay.
So do you want to jump to me?
Well, I'd have to jump away and then back.
No, you can also just jump to me.
Yeah. Okay.
I will just set the course for where would you like to go in the bubble?
I'd prefer Sol and Galileo Station. That's my ultimate goal.
Okay, do you want... We're kind of coming from the angle of the Pleiades. Do you want to go there and dock and then do the final stretch? Or do you want to go straight for the bubble?
Well,
Maybe
straight for the bubble.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's head for Sol.
Yeah, I've docked at better side once, so if I die, that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going in reverse for some reason.
You're super cruising in reverse.
No, I was in normal space.
Chat,
Around
this
here.
is the signs of a space mad explorer.
Yeah, normal space is not normal for me.
Galileo, you said?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
setting-
where I left from
Okay,
originally.
okay. Oh, and I see you.
And here I am. 50 some light seconds.
Should we, let's meet up in normal space and say hi?
Yeah. How do we?
I can put up my wing beacon.
I can see you. But does that make any difference? I've never been in a wing.
Okay, so there's in your like your messages tab, in the second tab, so not the one with the chat, but the next one, you can see that we're in a wing together. If you click on my name, you will see that there's a thing of wingman navlog.
Oh, I see.
So I've started my wing beacon that is transmitting my precise location. If you click that thing, then you can click on me in the when you're pointing towards me. And then if I jump to normal space,
Frameshift drive charge.
no. I want to have no target. Let me just jump to normal space.
Oh.
So now I've jumped to normal space. Then you should
I
be
see.
able to see a wake that you can drop in on.
Yeah, I just dropped. I guess I was close enough already.
Okay. Let's see. I cannot see you on my radar right now, but it
Wing
might.
signal 65 kilometers away.
Oh.
Okay.
That's why I can't see you. Then if you go to the same menu, and then under my name, you will have options where you can
Okay.
enable your wing beacon.
There. Yeah. I think it's enabled.
And I also see you now. Let's see the distance. Yeah, 60 kilometers. Or maybe it's not worth it. It doesn't take so long. So the thing is now, we can jump together if... so, since we're in a wing now, I have a larger jump range than you, but I see in my navigation panel that, for example, the jump that was planned for me to go back to Sol is exceeding the wing.
Okay.
So I think you should plan the route back to Sol, and then since we're in a wing, we will only jump to where you can, and then we'll both jump to the same system every single time.
Okay.
I don't know if you should... Yeah, so I will log on to your wing beacon, you jump, and you will automatically trigger my FSD to jump with you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, exactly. So we are really tandem jumping.
Piggybacking, sort of.
Yeah, exactly. So I can definitely be there to support if anything happens.
Okay. But before we think of support, let's just concentrate on not booping each other here.
Yeah, exactly. I was sitting and texting my wife. 15 kilometers.
Yep, I'm slowing down just to be.
I'm boosting because I have
Oh, I can
nothing.
see
I have nothing to lose.
like the red lines over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't lose. You boop me, I'm sparkling dust, and you barely have a scratch. Okay.
Oh, and we
Okay,
have
I'm going this.
we have another commander in the chats, Miss Kolo. She's a very nice streamer that I follow, and she is doing the unique thing of doing all her Elite gameplay on streaming. She's really discovering everything with her audience. So I think she discovered my my stream and saying that I was coming out for a visit or to intercept you.
Oh, nice.
So I can see you now. I have you targeted.
I
Your
can see you
ship is
too.
Lopez Pangolin. I guess that's a bird.
LDPES.
And
Yeah.
you're a
No,
novice in
Pangolin,
combat.
it's like an armadillo, sort of an animal.
Yeah. You're lawless, so I can shoot you without becoming wanted.
Yeah, that's the one thing that worries me here.
Don't worry.
Capacity exceeded.
Yeah, I think.
No. I have lowered my hard points to not make any mistakes. I see you're running without shields right now.
No silent running. Oh shit.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking you're probably
Yeah,
used to running without shields when you're exploring, and you only put them on when you land, right?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, but if you
Yeah.
have the power reserves, it's probably a good thing to put them on now, because if we get intercepted, they will give you some time.
Yeah. It's rebuilding now.
Yeah, and
Shouldn't
don't
take
worry,
too long.
I'm not going to shoot you.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm never going to point directly at you, so there will be no mistakes. We're initiating safety protocol.
Yeah, and unscrew the trigger from your joystick.
Yeah, the thing is, my joystick is a bit old, so sometimes I have some like random clicks. So I'm just not gonna point at you directly.
Okay, so random clicks do kill people.
I don't know. I have never
Yeah,
I have not killed anybody where it was not my fault.
Yeah, but I'm the most brittle person you've ever met.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And now, in fact,
The most
I'm
brittle ship you.
unselecting
seen.
you. So even if my hard points go up and shoot, they will not point to you. They will just point into space.
Okay.
So welcome back
Nice to hear.
to Civilized Space, Mr. PJ.
Thank you very much.
Have you?
Did not miss this place, but I have to one day.
I think you have to come back and fill up the fridge with cold beer, and then you can go out again. Or
Indeed, maybe a new sandwich.
maybe, yeah, I guess. Well, I guess radiation technology is quite good, so the sandwich can still be tasty. But maybe you need to explore the engineers a bit.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Yeah.
The ship is really not ideal anymore.
No, but it's good enough to take you around. I mean, you've just been to the other end of the galaxy.
Yeah, and I had the opportunity to engineer it when I died, but opted not to. So
Yeah, I heard. What was the story, Luke? So you died the last time not because of
I
heat
was-
this time, but some other issue with landing, right?
no, not really an issue. I was being an idiot and flying without, the flight assist on a surface over the planet, like pointing straight towards it, and I fucked up somehow.
You were flying flight assist off above a planet?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Looking at pretty sights and using my reverse thrusters to stay up. And it didn't go as well as planned. I do have that on video, and I haven't watched it yet.
Normally, when you drive around Finland, do you ride your bicycle and put your cap over your eyes or something like that?
No, yeah. And I don't have any handlebars on it.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
I'm a bit more careful with the truck.
yeah, that's somebody else's.
Yeah, because there are other lives and goods involved.
Yeah, exactly. Have you tracked a route back home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, bloody hell, that's on economy. I didn't expect that.
I would like if you
Okay,
switch to fastest.
Okay, and jetcoin boosting.
Yeah, I mean, I can do it, but I think it's easier if we don't. And you can see it.
Okay.
It only took me a bit over half an hour to come out here.
Yeah, and it's like, what? Even for me, 27 jumps.
Yeah, exactly.
Not too bad. Okay, here we go.
Okay, let's go to. I'm gonna go to Super Cruise first before jumping,
Okay.
and then I'm going to follow you. Now I'm going to follow you in Super Cruise.
Okay, so I just jump and you
You-
can follow me.
Let me just see that I have. You have your wing beacon up, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Then I can just. I have selected you now, and then when you jump, I will also jump, or I do it manually right after you, and we will jump to the same system.
Okay. See how this goes.
Yeah, I can see you've started your drive spooling up now.
Yep. Here we go.
Yeah, and now I see your wake, and by itself my FSD started charging.
Nice. Okay, so I'll just wait a bit here.
Yeah, just wait for me to jump in. Oh, I had a signal source as well,
Ready to engage.
Ooh, nice.
and I'm just going to point in your direction. Because
Now would be the ideal time to get hyper-addicted.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think we will be hyper-addicted out here.
I hope so.
Oh, what the hell?
But it would be just my luck.
I overshot you. I overtook your wake before. So I'm just turning around now.
Okay.
And now I am going to be... Now I see the wake again, and then I'm going to throttle up. I can see you drop to Vrego VTQ. Ugh, why did I miss this again? We will get the hang of this.
I got time.
First of all, let me unplan my trip completely. Just 1 second.
I thought somebody watching might be interested. What sort of stats does circumnavigating the galaxy basically twice, except the second time is just the first part 2 times.
Yeah, definitely. So
Yeah.
do you have some stats?
Yeah, systems visited. Any guesses?
Systems visited. Well, you've been jetcone boosting, right?
Yep. It's a small percentage.
Yeah. Then I think you have visited 5,000 systems.
Well, triple that and add some
So 16, 17?
16,781.
Wow.
Okay, and total hyperspace jumps, so basically just a few thousand more onto that, because I did do some bubbling around in the start. So I've done 17,945 hyperspace jumps. And you know, new players say it never gets old, the hyperspace jump.
Yeah.
It does. Break that to you.
You are in Vrego. There's something wrong. 1 second.
I mean, the hyperspace jump, or rather when you see the stars and the smoke and everything else weird, takes 13 seconds. And 13 seconds. Wait a bit.
So let me see.
13
You're
seconds
in
times-
Rego VTQ. The first one I'm just going to. I'm gonna jump manual to the first time because I fucked it up because I overshot your wake.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna jump to you now.
Just calculating that in 15,000 jumps, it takes 54 hours in the hyperspace. So, like, during the jump.
54 hours watching the loading screen.
Yeah, 54 hours and some seconds, or rather minutes,
Yeah.
on top of that.
Okay, I am jumping
And
now.
I've been playing 667 hours in total.
So you have spent almost 10% of your time watching the loading
What-
screen.
Yep, what you can actually see on what I can see on your screen, right? now.
So have you determined, is it always the same but rotated differently, or is it unique?
Well, it's not unique enough if it's unique.
Yeah, it looks the same to you.
I think you can just sort of make out the surrounding stars, maybe.
Yeah.
And
At
the
least
star you're-
the target star is the star color and intensity that you can see.
Yeah, sometimes that's super bright and freaks me out.
Okay, I think I'm ready. If you jump again, I'm behind you and not accelerating too much towards you.
Okay.
Just gonna wait for your wake.
Shouldn't take too long. Two, one, engage. And the lady who counts me down every time never gets a sore throat.
Yeah, exactly. Do you always count with her?
No, not always.
Okay, now I'm jumping with you. Oh, did I get too close again? Bad words. I'm gonna fly a little bit the other direction, and then I'm going to turn around. Because I need to both be behind the wake and be at full speed.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm screwing up.
Full speed or just full throttle?
Well, full throttle, and it needs to have pushed me up to so it's not lagging behind the throttle.
Okay.
But I think I'm ready to go now. Come on, align with target destination. I have done that. And I missed it again. I'm gonna do another manual one. I like that when I select the galaxy map to jump directly from one system to another, it takes like 3 seconds to calculate the route.
Well, it's considering all the possible routes.
But it doesn't need to. I know. I'm telling it exactly where I'm going.
Yeah, but it's just being super careful. It's not missing any possible.
Yeah. In range, good. Then jump, you bastard.
Are you pointing towards the star you're going to, or just towards the wake?
Well, I was pointing towards the wake, but maybe I need to point towards the star. It's just normally, if I don't plan the jump myself, I cannot see the direction of the star.
Yeah.
Okay. We will make this work.
By the time we get to Sol.
Yeah, something like the last 3 jumps will be perfect.
In 3 hours or something. No worries, I got time.
Yeah, me too.
I used about 500 hours
My
exploring, so
My wife's flight is delayed, so I have time to follow you all the way home. Okay. I'm coming in. Now I'm going to set the wing beacon again.
I have
the
may
nav
have
lock.
traveled quite a way here.
Yeah, but that's good.
Okay, so you have time to.
Exactly. I have time to get up to
Sorry.
speed.
So I just do.
And if you need at some point to stop a bit to scoop, then okay. You are
No, I'm good for about 2,000 light years.
okay. I am not. I need to scoop every 4 times or something.
Yeah, that's that's what I'm not flying the Anaconda even in the future.
Yeah. Okay. Now I see you started jumping, right? Or are you in the countdown?
Yeah, I'm already in Super Cruise. Hyperspace, I mean.
Yeah. I'm going towards. And I've logged onto you. So I expect very soon that I will jump as well. And I think our audience has grown a little bit. I
Oh,
can
dear.
see we have Commander Karumba is at least
Somebody.
visiting. Maybe he's lurking. Yeah, I'm gonna call out everybody I can see. Commander Root is a bot that I have shared many secrets to. I trust that he's not gonna speak to anybody.
Can do wonderful things.
Yeah. Slukol, I think, is also a bot. Give me honey now, I guess it's a bot as well. And Mr. Gummy, I don't know if it's a bot or a real person.
I can only see 3 people watching. One of them is me.
Yeah, I have the number, the counter is 3 as well, but I see more in the list.
Oh,
So it's probably 3 real people. Myself, you, and maybe Mr. Moti or Karumba or Kolo.
alright. That's
Okay.
why I'm making the video, so maybe 3 more people can see it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I can, if you want to do fancy stuff, I can send you my recording. Although it will be quite low quality, but then if you want to do some
No,
quick flashes back and forth to see things from different angles, make an action movie out of it.
Action movie, exploration.
It would take special talent, but I don't know if you have that.
or the viewer should have to be like a sloth or something.
Yeah.
Turtle.
Okay, I'm closing in on your wake. So hopefully it doesn't go too old. Ah, now my freestyle is spooling up. I am passing the wake. Let me see what happens if I just do nothing. And I'm jumping. Okay,
Nice.
so before it was me doing it wrong because I thought I had to keep the wake in front of me until I started jumping. But I can see now I can safely. Yeah, because I don't see the start destination. I just see your wake and I pass it. And that was what was concerning me.
Oh yeah, I can see it in the swim notes.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. Time to go for the next jump.
yes.
So there's like a good minute where I'm shitting myself if a pirate decides to interdict me.
We can also do it that I jump first and then you follow.
Well, let's wait until the first interdiction. I like the risky way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. It makes it a bit more exciting.
Yeah, my last save point is at beta site, so it's like 5,000 light years from the bubble.
What are these
So far.
beta and alpha sites you're talking about?
The beta site is it's an asteroid base.
Far, far out in the black where there's nothing else.
Not really.
Ah,
Well, it's closer to the edge of the galaxy.
yeah,
It's in the
okay.
like jellyfish nebula or something.
Okay, maybe afterwards you can give me a system name and then I can see where it is.
Sure.
Frameshift drive.
Now mine is spooling up. I am passing your wake. But again, hands off the keyboard and the throttle.
Hands off the gas.
Yes, exactly. And I'm jumping to your system, I believe. So let me see. I cannot really see you anywhere here. Maybe you're too far away. Ah, or the wing beacon got... No, it didn't get broken. I will put back on. Do you still have your... what's it called? It's called the wing beacon. Do you have that up?
Yeah. If I disengage the wingman navlock.
Ah, it's because... Ah, I have the next system... Why do I have the next system targeted? I dropped that. Do you have the next system as Rego IR-W? D111? No.
Nope.
Ah, maybe that's the system I'm in. Okay, I'm just gonna jump manually to you. Because I think the bond got broken.
Things got weird.
Yes, very weird. When you do Sunday exploration between two Scandinavians.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, and I remembered now that I have changed the ship voice in...
Yeah, I noticed that. So the lady got tired of you.
Yeah, I think she fired me. And then
yeah, not the other way around.
I had to find another willing person to put into the computer
Yeah,
in behind the speaker.
Really stuck up with a grumpy guy. He
Yeah.
doesn't mind your shenanigans. Yeah, I can see you now.
Yeah, I got the amazing noise of, I think, jumping in where my wingman is.
I'd love to have Morgan Freeman voice here.
Yeah, I was thinking of Mr. Bean. But I think he doesn't say anything.
Bean. That's about it.
Yeah, he just makes some strange noises sometimes.
Lock the D.
Or it could be the, what is it, the wife from Faulty Towers?
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Okay, John Cleese, he has a terrible wife that he calls the Dragon. And she's always bossing him around and nagging about all the stuff he hasn't fixed in a rickety old
I've
hotel.
heard of it.
Yeah.
I could recall something. Or maybe I've seen something like that in Finnish. Translated titles and everything.
You overdub stuff on TV?
Drive charging.
Not really.
Okay.
But they do translate the titles.
Yeah,
and
the subtitles.
have
Yeah.
Yeah, they have subtitles, and the name of the program is often translated.
Yeah. But the Finnish subtitles, like, do you have TVs that are like widescreen and you put them vertical? Because you have such a long words that it takes 16 lines to write the subtitles, or?
No, we need just a few words. Let me take this call real quick.
Yeah,
It's an
no problem.
important call. Be right back.
Fuel slipping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Okay, that was work related.
Sorry?
Yeah, that was work related.
Do they want you again after your break?
Yeah, actually they wanted me before my break ended, but I had to remind them I had to take the break.
Yeah. And you can tell them you're still 800 light years from Sol.
Yeah.
So you cannot drive right now.
No, I'm pretty far away. But 300 or 600 kilometers a day can wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not for 5 days this time though.
Now last time was 3 days or?
It was 5 days working, 4 days sleeping in the truck. Or 4 nights there are there.
Okay, yeah. Is it quite
Basically.
comfortable to sleep there or?
Depends on the truck. The first 3 nights I slept in almost brand new truck.
So there's heating and AC and everything is comfortable?
And no AC, but heating is okay.
Yeah.
And the bed is comfortable and big enough.
Yeah.
It has some room inside so I can change clothes and lounge in there if I please. But then I needed to give that truck to an older driver because he has a bad back. And he
Okay.
In an old beat down truck that had been driven like 1,000,000 kilometers and bit over, and that has a shitty seat and shitty bed. So, and I'm a bit lighter guy, so I can sleep on that. But it has practically no room inside because the engine is where the room is in the other truck.
Okay, yeah.
But I can manage. Still young. Don't destroy my back in one night.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just recover in your own bed when you come back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in decent shape anyway, so
Okay, that's good.
never had any back problems.
Let's talk again in 25 years when you've been driving the truck. I think there are very few truck drivers after 30 years that are in good shape.
Yeah. If I'm driving trucks in 25 years, come here and hit me.
We can meet at Sergei and I shoot you.
Yeah. Or Beagle Point.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
should be doing something else but with my life by then.
No, you will just be the world's most famous explorer.
Yeah, who drives a truck and explores, and that's all he does.
You should get a seat for your desk that is like your truck seat.
That would be comfortable.
Yeah, I
Heavy.
can imagine. Yeah.
Because the seats are like, I don't know, they cost like a ton or a grand. And they have adjustments on adjustments.
Yeah.
So like three airbags on your back and side cushioning that's adjustable and tilt and swivel and
You don't have like the racing drivers. They have sometimes some like foam inserts that they've made by sitting while the foam was wet, and then it makes it hard, and then it fits, and then you can bring that from truck to truck, and you always fit exactly the same.
no, that would be just some extra baggage to haul around.
Yeah, that's true.
But they have really nice adjustments, and the new ones have electric seats. So
And I guess you also want that sometimes you can change position instead of you just sitting in exactly the same position.
Yeah, and they have memory slots, so rather you can save the settings and some, so that you can reactivate another position with just a push of a button.
Can you export the settings so you bring it from truck to truck, or?
No.
Okay.
But the dashboard, settings where you can set your favorites menu and set what it displays to you when you're driving, and the languages, those are stored on your driver's card.
Okay.
So they transfer from truck to truck.
Yeah, very
Which is
nice.
But it's weird because the truck's menus are normally in Finnish, but whenever I put my card in, it changes to English.
It knows that your English is too good to just speak Finnish.
Probably.
Okay, I'm with you in the system now.
Okay. The next jump. Doesn't know.
Incomplete.
20 jumps to go. This is the longest it's probably ever taken me to go 7 jumps.
I was on mute, so I told a long, exciting story.
Oh.
But now I'm not on mute anymore.
Tell it again.
No, I was just asking if you knew about the Iridium Wing guys. They are offering the service to come out and intercept explorers and lead them into the bubble safely.
I don't know.
Okay.
Never
There's-
heard.
Like the fuel rats, they offer to come and give fuel for free. Then these guys, they offer the service to come out and help explorers come in safely.
I've heard of the fuel rat pirates. Join the fuel rats and come and shoot you in the middle of nowhere where you're out of fuel.
Ah, so they are lurking
Or
in the
ho-
fuel
ho-
rat channel, and then they come out and shoot you. Or what?
I guess, or they hold you ransom or something.
Yeah. Wow. I haven't heard about that
Send
before.
them $20 and they let you go.
I've heard of some that call themselves the cats, and they call the fuel rat, and then when the fuel rat comes out, they shoot him.
Oh,
So there seems to be a lot of, what is it they call it? Emergent gameplay, where
Yeah,
people are
yeah,
making
that's
up their own activities.
that's why I don't call the fuel rats. That's why I'm not a fuel rat.
I think it is very, very safe.
Yeah, it probably is, but I like my danger in other places,
Yeah.
like on planets.
But it could be awesome if you were a fuel rat, and then there was a guy that needed the service, like far, far away, and by accident you were like 2 jumps out, so you're there within 5 minutes.
Yeah,
And he was like, how did you do that?
jump range of about 10,000.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, I'm following you now.
But that wouldn't mean I would need to fly the Anaconda. And I don't like the Anaconda.
I don't know if you would need to. I guess you would just need a couple of fuel limpets, and that's all you need.
Yeah, but it would take up an additional slot.
Yeah, that's true.
And it would weigh something.
Do you have a loadout that is highly optimized now?
I have one in mind.
Yeah, okay.
I thought I had one highly optimized now, but now that I've come to think of it and I've had some time with it, really not happy with it.
I guess exploring gives you time to think about these things and
It
alternatives.
does. Gives you plenty of time.
Yeah.
Every time I make a 41 light year jump instead of 55 light year jump.
Yeah, true. So you've thought this thought 5,000 times or 15,000 times.
Yeah, about 15,000 times.
Yeah. But I mean, right now, I think I have, what do I have? I have jump range of 46 with full of weapons, full of repair limpets. I dropped the SRV though, but I have, but that's again, it's the Anaconda, and you don't want to fly that.
Yeah, it has pathetic slits for windows.
Just because you don't sit in a soap bubble out front doesn't mean that you can't see
That's the
anything.
main reason I want to see out.
Yeah,
Otherwise you get claustrophobic. No matter how spacious it's inside, I don't have space legs.
I'm just waiting for them to release the transparent invisible paint job then I can see as well out of the anaconda.
Yeah, because the armor is transparent.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just want space legs. Oculus will have to do some foot controllers.
Ah, yeah. So you have to buy the pedals, and then you have to left, right, left, right, left, right when you want to walk around.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking for space legs the other day, when you're walking around your own ship, like in the corridors, then you should have this little paddle, the wooden paddle with a ball that is attached to a string, so you can walk around and do like tack 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 tack. You know this children's game?
No.
A wooden paddle, and there's an elastic string attached from the middle to a little ball, and then you can kind of play tennis with yourself. You just shoot the
Oh,
ball
yeah.
out and it comes back.
Oh yeah, so like an Oculus controller or something. That will
Yeah.
throw you in the game.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't know why would you do that, but I guess.
No, and then the ball could, like the string could break, and then the ball flies away, and then you have to crouch down and find it. It could be a lot of gameplay with that thing.
Yeah. Go somewhere in between some modules and get
And then
one
it-
function and shit.
If you have a black ball, then it's very difficult to find inside the ship, so you have to buy a paint job that makes it neon yellow, and then you can find it easily again.
Yeah, and Frontier would make that paint job cost about $9.99.
Exactly.
Yay, microtransactions.
Although I like that, I mean, what they do is purely cosmetic. So you can choose
Yeah,
to
but-
do it or not.
So yeah, I've been buying the paint jobs and things like that, sort of like a donation in mind.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy the game. I'm prepared to pay more now.
Yeah, and you're getting a lot of hours out of it
Yeah.
instead of buying new games all the time. So I see it the same way. But you buying a paint job is quite pointless, isn't it? Because you're never at a station where you can actually change it.
I do have a paint job on at the moment.
Ah. So you have been to a station since they launched paint jobs.
Yep. Although it's so worn, you can barely see it. Did I actually repair it? Can't remember. I'll have to check and see. Apparently I did not repair it.
Ah, no, I'm also sitting at a very low percentage of paint job. It's scratched all over.
Yeah.
And just like you, my
performance.
camera controls are all messed up since the last patch, and I haven't been rebinding them, so I cannot really take pictures of my ship.
Okay, here, okay.
Okay, I'm with you.
Okay. Going again.
I just hope it doesn't start my FSD while I'm scooping.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Yep, beautiful.
So you can't start up your FSD while you're scoop.
Well, it would run a bit hot.
Bit hot or overheat?
I don't know, I haven't tried.
Okay. Because I think I can start my FSD while scooping at maximum speed, and if I just head out immediately, it'll be okay.
Oh, wow. I guess that's the
Exactly.
benefits of making a ship that's running very cool.
Indeed.
I'm sitting at 26% heat when I'm just cruising.
I think I'm at 17.
Okay,
with all
wow.
All the modules disabled that I don't need, including shields.
Okay, I'm running everything now.
Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
You only need like the scanners and thrusters and a frame shift drive, possibly life support every now and then when you want to take a breath.
Yeah, just life support on once every 5 minutes or something.
7.5, and then you just have to resupply it.
Did you hear of Commander Paroxysm and what he did?
No.
He, I think he kind of thought that the synthesis of life support was overpowered.
Okay.
So in the bubble, maybe in Sol, I don't know exactly the starting system. He broke his canopy on purpose, and then he flew to Beagle Point with a broken canopy, just by synthesizing life support. So he basically flew to Beagle Point in a Cabrio.
So how did he like acquire the materials? Or does the ship have enough space to store enough materials?
No, materials don't take any space.
Yeah, but you can't take more than a certain amount of every single material.
True. Let me see if I have any. No, it's limpets. So for life support, for example, for the first level, where you just get the same as you have, it only takes 2 iron and 1 nickel. And since you can have 2 iron, you can have 150 times recharge.
Yeah, and if you have a life support that has like half an hour of time.
Yeah, I think the highest is 25 minutes times 150. It's a lot of time, actually.
Oh yeah.
So he flew to Beagle Point in a Cabrio spaceship.
Not bad, not bad. Sort of taking in the space.
Yes. I don't know when he landed at Beagle if he had to clean his teeth from Spacebox.
Or if his sandwich was all fried up from all the radiation.
Exactly. And he's very tanned. He forgot to put his visor down on the helmet. Okay.
Takes his hand off the throttle and the space suit just cracks.
Yeah.
Well done.
I don't think he actually wanted Frontier to do anything about it. I think he just saw, wow, I can charge 25 minutes 150 times. That's a lot. And then he calculated that he could actually make it to the other side of the galaxy with a broken
Did he make it
canopy.
back, or did they have to like go get iron and nickel?
I don't know if he made it back as well, or if he repaired his canopy out there. Or maybe he suicided just to come back instantly.
Yeah, that would be like convenient.
Yeah, because I think he was just trying to prove a point. Or do a crazy thing. He says he does... sometimes he does streams that he calls a Vodka Viper, where he's flying a Viper in a state where he shouldn't drive a car. And
Okay.
he's streaming it. It seems like he has a Vodka Viper Friday thing going on sometimes.
Fridays and vodka go together.
Yeah. It's when you switch over the tap in the kitchen. So not put out water anymore.
Indeed.
How many jobs do we have left? 15 or 16?
13.
Ah, okay. It's a bit slow, but doable.
Yeah, not too bad.
Maybe exploring together to Beagle like this would be annoying.
Yeah, it would. We should like go 1,000 light years and meet up, and then go another 1,000 in
No,
case
no.
somebody.
We need to
one of us-
hold. We need to hold hands all the way,
Oh.
like this.
I thought that's what multi-crew is for.
Yeah.
Hold hands and lay on top of each other.
Just for the heat in cold space.
Yeah, because you have all your modules turned on, then
Yeah.
the ship is pretty cold inside.
So Moti is saying in the chat now, I don't know if you've seen it, PJ, that there's a trick to fix, because I think normally the AFMU cannot fix your canopy, but it seems like a workaround has been discovered where
Well,
Moti is writing, you land on a planet, get in the SIV, dismiss the ship and recall the ship, and then it comes back with a repaired canopy.
Oh,
So there are the canopy repair rats. They are orbiting every single planet in the system, in the galaxy.
okay.
Thanks for that, Moti. I didn't know about that.
Well, I thought I had repaired my canopy. I guess not then.
Yeah, because at least in the past, the AFMU would not repair the canopy. The hull and the canopy it would not do, and I think also not the power plant. But other modules it would do. He saw it in
and other-
November, and yeah, presumably it still works. But is the Milky Way disk very bright for you now, PJ?
Yes.
Do you need to change your commander to wear sunglasses?
No, I don't think so. I think my eyes have already been burned. Bad enough.
By a million suns.
Yep.
Moti is suggesting that we check it now. So PJ, can you please break your canopy? I guess I can shoot you in the face until the canopy breaks.
Oh, that's a good idea. It's just been out
For a month.
testing shit like flying on a planet with no flight assist. Just my thing.
Yeah, it seems like a...
Good idea. Good idea.
Yes. What was it on purpose you had? Yeah, it was on purpose. You had taken the flight assist off.
Yeah, absolutely. I
It was-
thought it was fine. I thought I could handle it.
So you was like, oh, I'm a great pilot. Let me show the world
Yeah.
that I can do this.
Then I remembered it's actually normal space,
Yes,
which I'm not really familiar with.
which
yeah,
I'm not
these things-
familiar with.
So you have these things called meters in second,
Yes,
not light speeds.
yes, true. We have meters in seconds around planets.
Yeah. And in normal space it's really easy to hit a planet, and with 10 light speeds it's quite hard to hit the planet.
Yes, true. And so stopping for normal commanders is at 0 meters per second, not at 30 kilometers per second.
Oh yeah, I thought the scale started from 30 and 30 was actually like the
So you
starting point.
recalibrated
Negative
the truck to
far
the same.
below that.
It cannot go slower than 30 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, humans could die if we go slower.
You just tell the policeman, but I am stopped, can't you see? As you pass him slowly.
Can't you see?
Yeah. And Moti is suggesting that we do it the other way around, that you shoot me. But I don't know if...
Yeah, with my fucking laser pointer.
Do
I
you...
have a mining laser. It will do damage.
Yeah, but then I think
The damage.
our return to the bubble will be delayed by a few hours if you have to shoot through my canopy with your
I
laser.
keep shooting. Yeah, probably drained my fuel tank before it makes a scratch on your ship.
Yeah, and I didn't bring fuel limpets because I thought you were an expert at scooping.
Yeah, I've never run out of fuel.
No, me neither. I was close the other day though.
I've been close too. I was watching a stream by Malik VR when he was explaining some interesting shit. I just didn't pay all attention, and then I just went for the next jump and it said not enough fuel, and the star was a brown dwarf.
So you had
So-
to super cruise back to the star, of course, or to a different star in the same system?
I had to jump to a different star and use some jump boost
Mm.
on Jumponium.
What was going on with my cutter the other day? I was flying Viagra in my cutter, 728 tons at a time. I go to wherever party needs me, and then everybody's rejoicing for a long, long time.
Walking around, looking awkward.
Yeah, exactly. It's a 4-hour party.
Yeah, have you? You live by the but the rule don't get high on your own product.
Sorry?
Or do you take like 720 tons with you and come back with 700 tons?
Yeah, exactly. There's always a little bit of slippage that falls out the back of the truck.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't know what I was doing. It's because I had taken off my fuel scoop in order to have more Viagra. And then
Take that out of contest and
exactly, what do you want? Fuel or Viagra?
yeah.
And then I
Who needs
think the
hydrogen?
route changed or something like that, or I had to suddenly change to another system because we had drained one system of it. And suddenly I was like 2 jumps out from where I wanted to go, and I had no fuel to make any jump to and then I started thinking, oh, I just need to go to a scoopable star. But that doesn't matter when you don't have a fuel scoop. So I needed to find a system with a station with a large pad. And in systems I hadn't been in before, there were plenty of them around me, because I was kind of in a new sector of the bubble. So I didn't know if they had any good stations or not. And the ones I had been in, they only had small stations. So in the end I had to jump to 2 or 3 different systems that I hadn't been in before. Go to the nav beacon, because I have sold my advanced scanner for weight reasons. So go to the nav beacon where there's lots of nasty ships. And then check the system and see if there was a large pad. And only in the 3rd system was there a station with a large pad. So I was basically running on fumes into the station.
Shaking in your chair.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, I want fuel, I have Viagra, just take whatever you want.
Call a fuel rat.
Yeah, and I pay him.
Have some Viagra in return.
Yeah, I was thinking actually of bringing a few beer out to dump for you, but then I thought you have no cargo space, so you cannot pick it up. And
Viagra and escorts in space. Okay.
yeah, exactly. So I thought if I brought you some beer and injected them in front of you and you cannot pick them up, then it would be the equivalent of torture. And the Geneva Convention guys would come after me.
Probably yes.
And I can see my friend Kolo, she is now in-game. She's probably preparing for her stream.
You have a lot of these friends.
They're just... Well, I think a few have added me the last couple of days, but it's otherwise. If I join a group or a CG, then I fly with people and then I friend them because it's easier to find them later on.
Oh, so people and friends are like both part of the bubble people.
Yes, exactly. I have a
Okay.
few. I have 2 on my friend list that have shot me, so I'm using it to track them to get revenge one day.
Okay.
And I was surprised that they accepted my friend request, but they did. You managed to fly far away. 11,000 light seconds for this wake. Maybe it's faster if I jump manually.
Maybe it might be.
You're in HIP 33566, yeah. So I'm starting it manually.
Didn't manage to pull back my throttle in time. It got out of hand. What can I say?
Yeah. Sometimes things get out of hand.
Yeah, the situation escalated and then all the Kalashnikovs came out.
Yeah. We sat down to eat some lunch, and then suddenly things escalated.
That's how it always goes.
And there's a joke from the northwest part of Denmark, where it is said that they don't speak so much. So there were a friend that had either been in the army or something like that. He had been far away for many years. He walked back in his hometown and he saw an old friend. And he said, "Oh, hello, old friend. Let's. How is it going?" And the friend said, let's meet up in the bar on Tuesday and we can exchange experiences." I don't want to talk to you right now. Okay, so Tuesday came, and first the guy that had been abroad, he sat down. The other guy wasn't there yet, so he ordered 2 beers, and he sat and waited. The other guy that is living in the town, he came, and then the guy that had been abroad, he said, skål, which is like, cheers, let's drink. And the hometown guy was just
Same
like,
Swedish.
are we here to drink or to talk?
Friendship drive charging.
Even the skål word is a bit too much talking. It's too much small talk. Just tell me how many pigs I can get for your chickens, and then it's done.
Okay.
And not that you would know it from this stream, but half of my family, my mother comes from that region of space.
Where they're on mute.
Yeah, exactly. By choice.
And unidentified signal source.
Yeah, every person is an unidentified signal source.
Correct 0. I'm going in.
Let me just take a quick look at my... I'm gonna slow down so I don't overtake you. I'm going to take a quick look at my galaxy map because I want to see how far away we are. Because I have... Oh, we are just on the edge. Almost at the edge
I
of the
should do
bubble.
that too.
We're not far from the edge. I have bookmarks in all the edge systems of the bubble, but they are not the normal bookmarks because... Up.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Okay, jump, jump, jump. Did you jump into a USS?
No, there's some other ship. I'm not gonna find out what he is gonna do.
Oh, no, no.
Oh, rescue the dispatch.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, I got spooked.
Ready to engage.
It was just a rescue ship.
Yeah. But was it you that jumped into normal space, or did they
Yeah.
force you?
No, it was an unidentified signal source.
Okay.
And I was curious.
Yeah.
0, so thought it was okay.
And it was.
Then I saw an actual ship with that with like a pilot inside.
Did you get so close?
No, I just saw him.
Yeah.
Less than 1,000 light years.
Yeah.
Close enough. I'm gonna have to get used to it.
And your frameshift drive is activated. I'm going to
Yeah.
turn around to look at your direction.
Get to the station and go through the 4 hours of selling data.
Yeah. You should stream that as well.
Probably.
There again, you have it easy. In the old days, older than my exploration days, you had to sell data system by system, not page by page.
You see, people say Elite is lacking content. Just bring the old days back.
Exactly.
It's like 200 hours of content for
It is completely pointless busy work, but it will take you time.
Yeah. I'm home for the weekend. What you doing? Selling data late.
Yeah. I think I even saw once that there was a guy who had set up some kind of rig with some rubber bands and erasers on his keyboard to automatically sell the data.
And, like Lego Technic
Yeah.
models and stuff.
Yeah.
Alright.
Have you built the big Lego Technic truck? I assume you have it standing right next to you.
No, I have not.
No?
But last Technic I owned is made in like the 80s or 90s.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a huge spaceship.
Nice.
It's the most expensive purchase I've made with my own money when I was a little kid.
Yeah. So it was either the bicycle or that thing, and then you chose the Lego kit.
No, way before the bicycles came around.
Okay.
I got my bike from my parents. They bought some used old bikes. Didn't cost much, and I didn't know the difference.
Yeah. I'm just jumping manually to you. I don't know why. Because I am more than one jump behind.
Oh,
Just wait a
I
second for me.
accidentally hurried.
Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging.
Check the galaxy map. So. Oh.
I guess if you switch to the power play view, you can see where the inhabited systems are.
Yeah. The bubble.
The bubble. The bubble of hate.
Look at the bubble.
Where everybody's fighting.
The little bubble.
Because we don't have enough systems to expand to. There's not enough room for everybody in the galaxy. I wonder if we count the inhabitants of all the inhabited systems, if there will be less than 400 billion. Because then there could be a star system for each person.
Well, I hope so, because I want my own bloody star.
You have
I
your
need
own...
some space.
I need some space. Do you need a planet or a star system?
Preferably a region, but star system will do.
I am taking the entire Col Sector 85 region.
No, I like some region rather far away.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the bookmarks.
So you
Why
can
can I not see the bookmarks?
you cannot see the bookmarks?
Yeah, I can't see my bookmarks. I do have them here. I can select them, and the galaxy map will zoom to them. Oh, I can see in stars. Map. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, the bubble is freaking tiny.
Yeah. Alright, I'm with you again. I see you. And I have fueled.
We have 5 jumps left.
5 jumps left. Oh.
Yep.
So now it's the exciting
Really
part.
close. 5 jumps from the edge of the bubble to Sol.
Yeah.
5 jumps is nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Well, let's see. After the 5 jumps, if it was nothing. Or if it was like Toyota's success at Le Mans, where 4 times
Yeah.
they have been in the lead with half an hour to go, and then
Mhm.
something, they get a puncture or something like that, and everything goes to shit in the last half hour of a 24-hour race.
Yeah. Oh, and the systems have names here. Janina.
This is a nasty habit of people naming things, right?
Yeah. Just keep the generic names so people can't find me
Yeah, exactly.
when I eventually get my own sector.
You're in a sector where it is so difficult to type in that nobody can actually find it.
Yeah. So generic. You always make a typo with O's and D's and zeros.
I was thinking O's and zeros and ones and L's if you choose
Yeah,
the right
and
font.
I's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had in my work, there was many years ago, there was a person where we should support, and I think they kept saying that their password was wrong. And then when they said, okay, then type it in, I give you a new one or whatever, and in the end we ended up like, they had picked something crazy like 0, 1L, blah blah blah, and they could never see themselves what it was in the file where they had kept it or whatever, so we just told them, just please don't be so crazy. Please
Okay.
choose like your dog's name, as long as it is not 0.
That's a weird way to name a dog. Oh, 011.
Yeah, exactly. What happened to 0, 10 and 9 and 8? Have you jumped?
Yep. I can see ships here. They're making me nervous.
You can see ships. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going in the right direction, so I'm gonna jump manually. Because if I offer protection, I should be kind of with you.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the chat window of somebody Somebody's gonna say, "I have you now," something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a guy in my chat that is talking about whether we are in open, and I said yes. No.
Yeah.
There is one streamer though that he says he often gets people that come and ask if he's in open, and he always says yes, even though he's always in his own private group. And then they get completely pissed off when they try to find him and kill him, and then they cannot actually see him in the same system. Like they can see I'm flying right next to you, but I cannot see you. You are not in open, you bastard.
You bastard.
They all have that accent.
Yeah, all that grunting and muttering.
Yeah. All right, I'm lined up.
Okay. Discovered a new signal source. Not falling for that one this time.
Yeah, thread 6. Actually, you can find signal sources that are thread 8 now.
Oh.
Then there will be a lot of Thargoids inside, and big scary ones.
Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna just take the suicide finder in there.
Yeah, because most of them, they are not aggressive if you do nothing, but if you just select them, they consider that scan, just to see what it is, an aggressive act, and then they come after you.
Okay. And what if I just piss my pants?
If
Is
you
that aggressive to them?
I guess so. Well, they do come from ammonia worlds, so maybe they they see it as a snack.
Oh. So they come and lick my chip,
Yes, exactly.
or whatever they do to consume things.
Yeah. I don't know if you have been to the barnacles when they come and use them. It's quite an interesting sight.
No, I've never seen a Thargoid in my own screen.
Okay. We can organize
I
a
left
trip
the
for you
bubble
if you want to.
before. Yeah, I left the bubble before they came around.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you've only been back for 7 minutes at a time since then.
Yeah.
I would like to, though, find out what FSD drive they have in the escape pods, because it seems to work very well. Since it can take you back from Beagle in 3 seconds to Sol.
Oh. Maybe it's time to wait. Just so light.
Yeah, that could be. That could be.
It's like if a spaceship is a truck, so the escape pod is a motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe actually the
But
escape pod has a FSD the same size as our ship, but it has to
Yeah.
carry so little weight that it becomes instant.
And it only has one destination.
Yes. It doesn't need to a lot of processing power.
No graphical user interface even.
No, there's not even a yes/no confirm button. It's just here we go.
Just goes.
It would be funny though if they changed it so that you would end up floating outside a station and somebody had to pick you up and take you in,
Oh. Yeah.
and then you could wait there for half an hour asking people,
Look at
"Please
that, look
take
at
me in.
somebody video.
I'll pay you. I have money."
What's in it for me?
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, I think I just poop you into space.
There's a version of that where if you take passenger missions, sometimes you will get a mission update where they are offering that you sell the passengers as slaves for a good profit.
Oh. Like the cruise ship turned slave holder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was thinking at some point to, I don't know if I talked to you about this before, but of mixing missions up a bit. So I take some passengers, and then I go, for example, into a resource extraction site and shoot pirates, and then they can see what's going on. It's like action tourism,
Oh.
whether they want it or not. I think they would pay extra for that.
How about smuggling slaves with some passengers watching?
Yeah, that could be. I could have both slaves and passengers, and then I could
Yeah.
tell, now we are in international space, so you can do what you want. No repercussions. Here's 60 tons of Viagra.
What if you dump Viagra on the Thargoids? There's something.
I don't want to know. Maybe it is the last thing you ever do.
Do they like reproduce?
With you.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking that far.
I mean, aliens are famous for probing, right?
Yeah. They just broke you a bit deeper, I guess. I'm gonna have nightmares.
That's okay. You don't have to sleep for the next 45 hours.
That's 45 hours and then I'll have to drive like a 15-hour day.
Now I'm ready to work, Captain.
Yeah.
Please let me park in the dark forest so I can sleep without fear. Did you jump?
Oh, you might have.
I'm going to follow manually because it didn't trigger.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, so Sol is my next jump. 27 light years away.
I'm just coming to LHS 1848. I wonder if we were going to break something if I didn't have permission to solve, but I think not. But I do have permission.
Yeah, that's good. 1848, did you say? Or 1846?
And then you have to super cruise all the way to that station?
Yeah, I think that'll be okay. I have a decent boost on this one.
Indeed.
Can submit
Yeah.
and boost away.
Okay, I'm lined up to follow you.
And while I'm boosting away, you can jump in. Toast them.
Yeah. I fly in, I toast them a little bit, and then I start talking to you about payment for keeping them away from you.
Yeah. And if I don't pay, you just disrupt the disruptive mass.
Yeah, I'm just forcing you to fly slowly. It's always good to negotiate under stress.
Yeah, that's how you get results.
Yeah, it tends to shorten the time of the negotiations.
Galileo, the place I left. The last station I visited. Like a proper station, if you don't count the one I came back to 2 times.
And for the first time in how many months have you come back in a controlled manner?
About 12 months.
So would you recommend my services to other explorers?
Absolutely, so far it's been perfect.
Okay. Now let me think if I want to change that or not.
Yeah, you can think while I'm recording so I can present the evidence to potential customers.
Yeah. I think
So
I've reached
this
my
is the
conclusion.
treatment
Yeah.
gives you great ability to hold back your anger because you don't have any guns.
Yeah. It's more difficult to keep the finger away from the trigger when you have 7 pulse lasers waiting.
Yeah, and probably trigger for every finger.
Yeah, every button on my joystick is a trigger.
The moon. Oh, that one's actually named the moon.
Did you jump in?
That's it. Pretty
No.
close.
Not yet. Okay.
There. Okay, how do I do this? So you must go
Dock.
to the contacts and request docking. And you have to be a bit closer to do that.
Still needs to be within 7.5 kilometers. And if you're confused about normal space, you can just take flight assist off and shut your thrusters down, and then I will push you through the middle slot.
Yeah, I like being a ping pong ball at this point. Just remember you're pushing around a soap bubble,
Yeah.
ready to burst.
And
Landing
I'm
guys
in with you.
20.
here we see you again. Oh, and I have perfect view of seeing you nicely slide in.
Nice. Oh. 20 is right there. I've heard I need these things called landing gears. The same things you hold on to planets.
Yeah, on your joystick, the landing gear is on a button underneath the throttle or something like that, far away.
Yeah, I know.
You need to hold 3 keys together to execute it.
Traffic warning.
I think I got it.
Be on the lookout for other vessels in the area. Okay, Commander.
So now I think as an end of this journey, I would like to thank our friends Sega, Commander Thrasher, and Mr. Tokolos for their excellent service in helping guide you in. They
Yeah.
excelled with their absence.
Yeah, absolutely. Most importantly, kept me entertained while I was out there, discovering nothing,
Yeah. Oh,
keeping in my frustration.
and there you are. Let's get a nice
Here I am.
view. I'm gonna come down and say hello.
Oh, I see. Loiter on some pads. Get shot maybe.
I have 27 seconds before I need to.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
thank
It was a pleasure following you in. Now I'm going
Likewise.
to avoid my loitering warning. Here we go. Then I will go to my pad. Oh, I did get a 400 credit fine. Good, then I have evidence that I've been here.
Okay.
500 meters from touchdown.
Crashes cost. Kill your speed.
And if you want the same service exiting the bubble, then feel free to hit me up.
Okay. I think I'll try to get comfortable with the bubble during the next 100 hours or so.
Yeah. Okay, I think I am going to call it right now. It was a pleasure, and let's tease Sega and Tokolos about this tomorrow or one of the next days.
Yeah, I'll have to come say hi to them.
Yes,
like in
definitely.
person.
Yeah, they will be very surprised to see you,
in my
especially.
beat up ship.
Yeah, exactly.
Paint you yet.
Don't paint it. Don't paint it.
No, I won't.
Okay.
I'll just sell some data and
Yeah.
like buy a new ship and do bubbly things.
Do bubbly things. Yes, let's do some bubbly things.
Haven't done that in a while.
All right. Thank you for now,
Likewise. Thank
and
you for the services.
see you soon. Not in the void, but in the bubble.
Yeah, in the bubble.
Okay. Fly safe. Bye.
Bye.